Long time no see. It's been a minute. Been a little bit busy this last couple of weeks. Anyways, we're going to dive into it. Um, Distraction for reaction. We've had a lot of distractions since the last time I talked to you guys. Jada and Will, everything in the entertainment industry. And I guess Joe wandering the halls, not knowing where he's at, talking to people, shaking hands that ain't there. I think maybe he smoked a little too much weed or something, whatever. That's a joke. Anyways, I mentioned something in my earlier videos. Those of you that have watched my earlier videos might be aware of this. Um, Something out there in the ethers away from this planet going on. You see, there's a war going on out there in case you guys aren't aware of it. Um, Everybody you see going out there aren't there for space exploration or to look for a place to habitate. It's a war and they done lost it. That's why you have all this stuff going on down here, okay? Yeah, we gonna go deep into this. This is why you have all of this extreme insanity going on in the world, okay? And you got people prepping in their bunkers. Um, I mentioned to you guys before that uh, the powers that used to be then fell off and they lost the war. You ain't got to believe me, boo. Get in tune with yourself, okay? Get your intuition together. For those of us that have been doing our work, those of you that have been doing your work, you're aware of what's going on. I'm preaching to the choir. Ain't telling you nothing you don't already know. Yeah, we may have gotten left behind. They got left behind simply because we were preoccupied with material things in this world and we weren't doing our work. We didn't do our work until much later, you know. Sometimes, you come in late. And so here we are, you know. In Revelations, it talked about something you would have to take into your body or you wouldn't be able to buy or sell. Well, they're working on that. They still working on that. See, the Bible has been rewritten and it's been handled so many times. So as time progresses and events keep occurring, you'll see where they got some things wrong, either through misinterpretation or deliberate interpretation, okay? For people. So, anyways, we've gotten past that part of Revelations. Many of us refused. So now we're on to the next phase. They lost that war up there. That war that was up there, they lost that. Okay? And they in trouble. I've been saying they in trouble. And a lot of people that followed them, organic people that followed them, are jumping ship now. Okay? They don't want the repercussions. They like, wait a minute. They see this ship. I see where this is going. I'm about to let me jump up off of here. That's why you see celebs right now and politicians, people that are, are like, hold up, no. They're jumping ship and they're not getting what they signed up for. Okay? They wanted to practice their craft. They didn't want to become politicians. They didn't want to become any of that. Okay? Most of them didn't start out like that. They just had a skill. They had a talent, you know, and they got sucked into to some of this stuff. That's why some of them you don't even see out no more. They like, Eddie Griffith, he like, or Griffin, he like, no, I'm cool on that. A whole bunch of them like, I'm cool on that. You know what I mean? Because now they can't practice their art without having to go along with certain narratives. So anyways, you guys just sit back and watch the show because it's about to get even crazier. Okay? These distractions for our reaction is what it is. And they're worried now because they're not getting very many reactions anymore because people are doing their work. People doing their work. Organic people are doing their work. You know. You've been hearing about UFOs for a long time. Some of y'all know about things beyond this world, beyond this realm. Yeah. It's that time. Drinking beer, you guys. So, I want you guys to know that we all have a spiritual responsibility and duty to be able to distinguish the real from the unreal, the truth from the false, right from the wrong, about ourselves, you know, first about ourselves and then about the world. You know, it starts here first. And you have to disillusion yourself from all the bullshit. A lot of people left behind because, well, some of us didn't do our work when it was presented to us. So now, we're going to sit back and see what happens. We're going to sit back and see what happens. And people have to get out of this material worship and shit like that if they plan on making it. When I say making it, I ain't talking about making it in this world. Because I think this shit about to be over. Great reset, new earth, new this, new that. Okay? You read in between the lines. You do your work and you'll figure out what that means. I don't worry about it. I do my work every day. And you know the ones that's doing their work? The ones that wouldn't go for the okie doke, you know, that ouchie. Okay? Some people did it because they got scared. I get that. Whatever. You do your work, you read a little more into it, and you'll see what's really happening with that, especially now. Okay? Those of us that have done our work and are doing our work, certain things we won't accept. Certain things we won't accept. I don't care how far right or left, up, down we was. Some people woke up. And you realize, I realize right now I can't save everybody. I can't even save my friends. They so deep into the shit, you can't save them. They don't want to be saved. They're content with what they're content with where they're at. You can't save the world. You gotta save yourself. Okay? Now, back in the day, they said they would call most of these people conspiracy theories, right? Conspiracy theories. Let's chat. Well, it's not looking like a conspiracy to me anymore. You can see it as clear as day. Some shit you can't, it's undeniable. It's right here in your face. Okay? Trans men in prisons getting women pregnant. When has law ever even considered such a thing? Changing your child's sex? and gender, and they're only 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. You think about that. The only way this type of shit comes into reality, baby, is when we have arrived at a point that Revelations is starting to look very, very realistic. Even though they have rewritten the Bible, every text, religious text, they misinterpret it, overinterpret it, underinterpret it, reinterpret it. They didn't butcher that dang book. So now you got to rely on your own realms. You got to connect with source on your own. You don't need to go through man. You ain't never had to go through man to connect with source. All your doctrines, all your belief systems, how'd they get here? Somebody told you about it. You read about it from somebody writing about it. But you never discovered it for yourself by having a personal relationship with source and doing your work on yourself. Knowing it's real from the unreal, truth from the false, right from wrong. Okay? When you start diving into that and taking it seriously, darling, that's the beginning of you doing your work. Knowing those things about yourself. You know? It's hard work, but it's work that pays well. Can't put a price on that. And said it before, it's something out there. It's a war. They lost it. They lost the war out there. And if you think they haven't, stay asleep. Keep living. It'll come to you. They lost that war. It is no more. And so now, here we are. So when you ask how did we get here? We got here by everybody feeding that beast. Okay? Just feeding the beast. Climbing the ladder. Social ladder. Financial ladder. Clout ladder. And all of that. And what good did it do anybody? It ain't done nobody no good. Because you know what? What do you really own that they can't take away from you anytime they feel like it? You see how they butchering these laws? If they can make a law to say a man can go into a prison, okay? And if they can do a lot of shit. They changing these laws. They about ready to say fuck the Constitution. I think they already have. I think we late on that. They already said fuck the Constitution. Look at the last several leaders in office we've had. You know, I'm like George Carlin. I don't give a fuck about left, right, Democrat, Republican, none of that. But just look at them. Clowns. All of them been clowns. And you voted them in. Because you ain't know no better. Probably still don't know no better. You still believe in elections, huh? You still think your vote count? Because they told you. Oh, well. So now, like I said, this thing gonna play out to the very end. Revelations. Stop feeding that beast, y'all. Stop feeding the beast. Look at the last few concerts. Travis Scott concert, how many people got killed? That's sacrifice. COVID, another sacrifice. The jab. And now, people dying, having heart attacks. The jab affects your heart. The blind obedience has a price. It comes at a price. Everybody's sitting around, all the people that's sitting around saying, well, you know, it just is what it is. I got to do it because they said so, and I want to have this, and I want to have that. Well, you make your choice, you know. We all make our choices, but you live with the results of those choices, okay? And man, this is bad. A lot of people die. You know how many people, celebrities even, Google it, YouTube it. Go on YouTube and check it out. All the celebrities that died after taking that jab from heart attacks. Mm-hmm. Don't sound like a conspiracy theory anymore, do it? Well, that's up to you. That's for you to decide. I made my decision already. I made my decision a long time ago. Okay? Have you ever read Revelations and said, I would never ever take the mark of the beast? Ain't no way I would do that. I wouldn't care what was going on. How many people took it, though? How many took it? And would take it again? Mm-hmm. For some food and a roof over your head. Look, if my enemy gonna kill me, I'm not gonna give in to his fucking demands. For what? Delay my death? Mm-mm. That's just the way I see it. Anyways, you guys, um, we got work to do. Those of us that are real in the door, are brave enough to do our work on self, we got work to do. Because, see, it starts here. You got to get your mind right. You got to prepare your mind. Told y'all before, you're ready for losses. Mm-hmm. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. But not in the way that you think. It's going to get worse for people that's lost, deaf, dumb, weak, and sheep. It's going to get real bad for them. It ain't going to be too bad for me. I could live without a whole lot of shit. You know, I don't cling to this world. I don't even cling to life like that. How much of a life is it, really? Living in captivity or living under somebody's rulership that don't have your best interest at heart, that really wants you dead. You're going to either be their slave or you're going to die. That's their mindset. You're going to slave for them or get the fuck on. That's the way they see it. So anyways, I just want to come in here and touch on that. I'm going to come back and do some more videos this week. I was gone for a minute. I had to do some work. Anyways, if you guys like the channel, hit the like button and subscribe and share the video. I'm Asika, the real one. And I'll talk to you guys later. Okay?